All right, so at this point, I think that it's probably appropriate for us to actually go ahead and create a GitHub repo for this thing and upload the files that we have. So just to have our version control up to date, and just in case we should have any issues, we can always pull back from the last version. What I'm going to do is just create this repo, and I'm going to call this management system, same as the project that we have, obviously, and the name is available, which is good. This will be a public repo, so if you feel like uh, cloning this thing, then you're free to do so. You just do whatever you want with it. So all we have to do now is just click on create repo, and as you can see, our management system repo is created. This repository, however, will not be live, and the reason for that is because of the backend, the database. We won't be able to connect to database, so it may give some issues. So this cannot be live or hosted via GitHub pages. So these are the commands uh, for to add this file or whatever. Basic. These are. I always find this very weird that these two are identical. So I don't really understand. Probably I should just do this from the command line. It doesn't really matter. So what I'm gonna do now is just head over to the project, and as you can see here, we have the project open in Atom, and two things that I want to look at. Well, yeah, just two things. In our backend of the management system, the Laravel aspect of this, I want to check out the Git Ignore. So you want to ensure that certain files are being ignored if those which are not supposed to be there, including the .env, which is like a very secure part of this thing. So you wanna that will have your password and your secret and stuff like that. So you wanna ensure that that is not being uploaded to a live server. So that we have that covered, so you can see that env, the vendor folder. Whenever we do a composer install, this will be reinstalled, and this is a very large file, so it may not be able to be hosted on GitHub if you don't have enough space. And also the node modules is a very large file as well. So as you would understand, the publics folder just the same. This is a very important folder which should be secured as well, so those won't be updated. We'll have the .env example, which you can just copy but recopy the .env and just put in your password or whatever. So those are not being uploaded. The second thing is in the here you can see we have a Git Ignore also here. So we want to ensure that node modules is not being uploaded. We don't want it. If we had run the npm run build, then we wouldn't really need the disk folder, because the disk folder is just for when you're deploying, so we wouldn't really need that. So it's, you can see that it's automatically being ignored. If there was a .env, that would be ignored as well, and all the files are related to it. The logs just the same, and the node modules, if I haven't said that before. We all know that when you do the npm install, then that will be installed. So that is pretty much it, and I have the terminal open here. So all we have to do now is do a git init to initialize a GitHub repo, or initialize the Git, yeah, GitHub repo. And you can see it right here, which just have these things that I don't even understand, but I know what it does, so that's good enough. now all we have to do is add all the files. So we do a git, not just add, so it's a git add, and the dot symbol is all. And that's a lot of files there. So the next thing that we need to do is just do a git commit, and we're going to say this is our first commit, so let's just write first commit. That should be appropriate, and want to put that m flag, tag m flag. Alright, so you can see all of these are now committed. So all we have to do is go ahead and push. So what I like to do is just to come here and copy these, just not to waste my time. So I'll just go ahead and copy all of these. And all we have to do now is just to paste, enter, and that has added the remote URL. So now we can just go ahead and push this to the master branch. So what we have to do is just do the same, and it should now push all of these committed files. Alright, so there we go. It has now been pushed to the remote server. So if we should head back over here and do a refresh, we should now see all the files. So there we go. Except for the ones that we ignored with the Git Ignore, like the vendor and old modules. So if you pull this file, all you have to do is just do your npm install or your composer install, and you will get back those files and all the necessary dependencies and packages that you had installed. I think you need to do the key. I think you need to do the public keys. I'll probably edit this so that you'll see that key as well. So that is pretty much it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.